I'm trying to decide if these windows are lined up perfectly or so horribly. Greetings, strangers. Welcome back to Ghost Town SMP, the SMP where I am all alone. We've redecorated a little bit inside of this house since the last episode ended. It did need a little more. I was like, it's pretty plain, but I like it being plain. No, I didn't. I did not like it being plain. I redecorated. It now has a kitchen and a sofa and a little railing on the stairs that go downstairs. There's still nothing in the basement, but the basement exists in a neater fashion now. Today, we are going to be doing more of the same. We've got more supplies picked out for building the houses, and I was looking from on the path. Alright, what's going to make the biggest difference when you're cresting this hill? If you're coming in over here, what are you going to notice the most? And the answer is this house and that house. Those two are going to make an immediate difference visually in what we see as we walk into the area. So I want to go ahead and get those in place. I was also realizing that this area is very empty, and I think we need something here. I don't know what yet, because it can't be anything too big that'll block this area. But it's really empty, so we need to figure that out as well. But we'll keep brainstorming on that, and for now, we can start on these new houses. So yeah, we're going to work on this one, and we're going to work on this one. But yeah, I think for the exterior of the house, I'm going to do a time lapse, and then we can decorate it together. Is all abandoned and stuff. But that doesn't mean you're invited to come move in. You are also not invited, for the record. In other news, this is our current progress on the house. It still feels rather plain on the outside. Like, it feels very boring, but I'm not sure what else I can do with it, per se. You can tell from the time lapse that, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. We haven't thus far seen a lot of my crazier habits when it comes to building. But this time we got a great example of the way that I will start building and then decide, that doesn't work, resulting in me tearing down the entire thing to redo it. I do that a lot. I redid my tower 8 times. The first one. The first of the 2 towers over here. I redid it 8 times. 8 times. Sometimes I'm still tempted to tear down the roof, but Angelo Farnsworth Keith II lives up there now, so that prevents me from doing anything drastic. I think as we get into the decorating stage, we might be able to do more with this and make it flow better. So honestly, okay, I know I just said we were going to decorate, but I think we need to change all of this again, maybe. Then I can break all of this and potentially move this all out by 1. So if we start by doing this, then the idea is that all of this is actually going to be out 1 further. So starting here is where we've got the foundation lining up to. And so it would go like that. Except this is where we want the door, so... Okay, so if we do the doorway like that, and then over here we do like this. So now the idea is basically we do things the same as we were going to. It's just everything is out farther than it used to be. Like this wall goes to here. And I think that'll help with the shape a lot. See, that's already helped the balance of the house a lot. It definitely needed that. What if we put walls up in the corners? Why not? Let's just put these back in this corner, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Quick sleep. Now let's see, we had another section of this over in this corner. There we go. Now another thing with plants I want to go ahead and do, I want to just have a giant section of peonies between these 2 buildings. Might trim it back just a little bit though. Yeah, that's better. On the subject of peonies, why don't we put a little planter with a peony in it, inside the house? There we go. The first decoration. We've started decorating. Now we just have to do the rest of the decorations. Now this house is quite a bit bigger than the other house. I think this house is going to need probably a 2nd story and definitely some sectioned out rooms. So let's grab what's left of our light gray terracotta. But there we go. That should be the wall situation figured out. So we're going to start with a kitchen in here. And this will be the stove. Like, we've got the vaulted ceilings. We might as well take use of that, right? If we put 2 there, that can be a cute little table. See, I was hoping I had some bookshelves in here. I may have to go get some. Should be right here. We've got a few bookshelves. So now if we come over here, we can do this. We'll leave an end rod there for now, but I'm thinking we'll put something else for the lighting there. Maybe a lantern. And then we're gonna head back home to grab, let's see, I think we're gonna head to this tower real quick and grab an egg. And we can't pass up a chance to visit Angelo Farnsbury Keith. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Oh, we're doing great. We're having a good time out at the settlement. Alright. See you later, bud. Now, I think we could also use a smithing template for a decoration. Azure bluette, a nice little dandelion, a pink tulip, and a cornflower. The egg is going in here, and the armor trim is going to go above the table. Just like that. Now we're going to put a cornflower in this pot. And I think the dandelion can go here. A pink tulip in the living room. And then we'll take and put an azure bluette up here. And then let's swap out some of the interior lighting for lanterns. This room is staying with those. Here, though, definitely needs a lantern. I think there's enough light in this room. These should be lanterns, though. And we can... maybe we put this on the other side of the door. Put a light there. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So there we have it. House 1 done and decorated. I'm actually really happy with this interior. I'm much happier with our approach this time than last time. And part of it is this was a much bigger house, so we had a lot more space to work with, which made it easier to figure out sectioning it out and figuring out where things could go from the get-go. But that said, going in here now, with how I've redecorated it, it does still feel a lot better than it did before, and it's not worse than the one over there. I just need to put more time in to actually make it feel like a full functional space. So I went back and fixed it later. Which is fine. Readjusting builds as you go is part of the process. Sometimes stuff has to be redecorated. I have to redecorate my room all the time to get it to feel right. And sometimes it feels right for a time and then has to get changed again to feel better later, which is fine. Redecorating happens. Hopefully redecorating does not happen the same way I redecorate in game though, because having to entirely rebuild a roof because it's a little bit wrong. A lot more cost prohibitive and time consuming in real life. Anyway, that's the first house done, so now we'll have to start on the next house. Quick side note, I am so sorry if the audio gets a little weird from here on out. Finished doing my time lapse and there's construction going on outside, so yeah. But we persevere. Anyway, this is what we've got so far for the next house. Had much less trouble with it than that one. I did not have to redo the entire roof 80 million times. Had to redo this section several, but it's fine. Yeah, I ended up going a lot simpler with most of it. Like, it's got the same design of foundation, which I had to get a little creative with because it goes down deeper over here. But I think it still worked out well. But then, rather than do a lot of detailing over the walls, I did the walls with a lot more texture, so then just the beams are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But yeah, with that said, now we just have to decorate. And this one has 3 floors to decorate. I am probably going to try and figure out how to do something with this basement here. For this one, because we are starting to run low on time, I will go ahead and decorate it and then give you a quick tour. So, we will have the house done. Here we go, all decorated. As you can see, we can come inside and there's a nice long kitchen and a little table here. And then we have stairs that go up and down. And so if we go upstairs, we get up to the bedroom. It's a pretty plain bedroom, has a wardrobe though. And then over here we've got just a sparsely decorated hallway area because I didn't know what else to do here, so there's some storage and a pot and some pickles. Why wouldn't there be pickles? Next, we have downstairs. Got lots of cute paintings, some carpet, and then this is where the main living space is. So we've got our living room here, and we did do a little bit of armor stand work, so we've got a cushion on the couch, and that's how we have the mini shulker box there. But then we've got a giant painting on the wall over here, mostly because I just really like this painting, and I wanted to have somewhere to put it, so that somewhere is here. And then we've got these little insets in the walls, which actually correspond to spots on the foundation that stick out. And this is where the TV is, obviously. And around the corner, I don't really know what this is. It's just a little cute area. It's well lit. I was kind of thinking a bar at first, and then I didn't want to figure out how to put a bar over here. Of course, we put some flowers outside as well. And we also decorated the foundation by putting ferns and torch flowers in a pattern underneath it. But yeah, we managed to do it. 2 houses in 1 episode. I like that the houses all have a very different feel to them. It feels like they were built by different people. Maybe once we're done with it, we'll start putting in armor stands of people. It would make more sense, what with all the armor stand work we've done, both in the second tower, so the red one, and inside of the stables. We got left alone, so now we're making somewhere where people aren't alone. Anyway, as always, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me and keeping me company here in this ghost town. I will catch y'all later.